Hey guys, what's going on? This is Corrupt, back again with episode number 2 of Season 3 of Improving Your Game. This episode is going to be covering Domination. Domination is the most popular objective game type in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and I believe in all of the Call of Duties. At any time, if you're going through objective game types only, you'll find that there are the most people playing Domination over any other objective game type. Team Deathmatch still reigns as the most popular of any game type. So this, as I just stated, is an objective-based game. The idea is to hold flags. There are 3 flags situated in different areas of the map, and your team needs to hold these flags. And when you hold these flags, every 5 seconds you get 1 point for every flag that you hold. So if you have 2 flags, you'll get 2 points. If you have 1 flag, you'll get 1. This game does not have a time limit, and it's constantly standardly played in a 6v6 setting, but can also be played in a 4v4 setting in Team Tactical and a 9v9 setting in Ground War. Now, the main objective here, like I said, is to hold the flags, but it's really the first team to reach 200 points with these flags will win the game. Now, in that, there is no time limit in the game. Games can take anywhere from approximately 6 to 7 minutes if you're holding all 3 flags, to anywhere for around 10 minutes if it's a close game. Now, a little bit of math for you guys. 1 flag will get you 0.5% closer to your goal if you have 1 flag, because your goal is to get 200 points. So every 5 seconds, if you're holding 1 flag, you'll be 0.5% closer to winning. If you hold 2 flags, you'll be a full % closer. If you're holding 3 flags, you'll be 1.5% closer to winning the game. So in this game type, this is the main game type where people will get MOABs in, because mainly it's a longer game. And it's not a kill-based game. In Team Deathmatch, you can only get so many kills, and a MOAB is a kill-based death streak, or a kill-based kill streak. You need to get kills in order to get it. Other things, in this game type, because it's not kill-based, there is no limit to how many kills can be gotten in a single game. You can get as many as you want. In that, support and assault are equally useful, as well as specialist. Support kill streaks will help your team and hurt the opponent's team. UAVs and counter UAVs can't go up if the opponent is EMP'd. Things like that. They can really help the team out. Stealth bombers easily can pick people off of flags, can cover more than 1 flag. Things like that. They're all very useful. While when you are using the assault, you're keeping people off of flags with your assault kill streaks. You're picking people off in their spawn and things like that. Now, when saying that, Specialist, of course, is also very useful because it'll keep you alive longer, and if you're alive longer, you can get to flags, cap them, hold them, etc. to whatever extent that you'd like to do that. Now, there are, as in the Team Deathmatch, there are 2 main ways to play this game. There is the quick win, which is what most people go for. It's when you try and hold 3 flags, you don't really try for any sort of spawn trap, you just want to hold the 3 flags, you want to get the game done with, you want to move on to the next game, the next map, the next set of people you're versing, etc. And that's, as you can see, what I'm doing right now in this game. We originally set up for a spawn trap, but we had some randoms on our team that capped the flag, so we just decided we'd hold the flags for a little while and see what happened. Now, what you'll notice here in this game type is the spawn, in this mode of play, the spawns are very sporadic. You don't really know where they're going to spawn, because you can spawn anywhere, so you have no idea where they are going to spawn. It's completely random. So this is a very unsophisticated, in my opinion, way to play this game. It'll get you the win faster, but it could also, lower your kill death, etc. when there are other ways where you can have a better game and still do just as fine as far as everything else goes. The game will last longer, you'll get much more experience, and that's going to be the second mode of play. This is the spawn trapping mode of play. This is much harder to do, and it requires a 6-man team, because as you can see in this game, even 1 person can screw it up. And don't be that 1 person. If you notice your team, the people you're playing with happen to be trying for a spawn trap, don't be that 1 guy. Anyway, so like I was saying, spawn trapping. Essentially what you want to do is you want to hold 2 flags. When you hold 2 flags, that means your team can spawn anywhere near those 2 flags. Each flag has its own system of spawns in that area. And as long as your team doesn't push too much up on their flag, they will continue to spawn near their flag in only a certain set of spawns. If you push too far, it'll invalidate all the spawns they had, and they'll spawn at another point on another available spawn anywhere on the map. Could be, and usually that's near a different flag that you do not want them to hold. With that, I would recommend that you make sure before you actually start the game, everybody knows, talk in a party, everybody knows where they're going to be set up, and things like that, because as you guys can see, we were not set up correctly right there, and we lost a flag because of it. So essentially what you're going to want to do is don't push up on them. Just get some steady positions, camp it out. You know, you guys saw where I was doing on that dumpster before, and you'll do okay. So now sometimes comes time for the class recommendation. Like I said, when spawn trapping, the spawns are very predictable. So you're going to need a weapon that can handle these very predictable spawns. So for the spawn trapping method, I'm going to opt for an LMG class, and the main reason for that is because I don't want to be going through this entire series recommending the ACR and the UMP, the MP7, and the PP90. Because that'll get boring for you guys, it'll get boring for me, and nobody's going to like that. And I honestly like using LMGs in Domination. If my team is set up correctly, we can all do really well if we're using LMGs. So that's what I'm going to recommend for the spawn trapping method. Personally, I like the PKP Pecheneg. Some people like other things. But what I would recommend is the PKP Pecheneg with the attachments proficiency and a silencer and a foregrip. Because like I said, you guys are going to be in the same general area, so they're going to know where you are, but until they figure it out, a silencer is going to be really helpful, because the least they know about you, the better. Now, one other thing that you are going to want to keep in mind is that this PKP has some recoil, so with light machine guns, if you're prone, the recoil is less, so you might want to find an area where you can lay prone as opposed to standing up. The foregrip will help, the silencer will help to keep you on target, but nothing can help a gun like having zero recoil. I also want to take this time to apologize. I didn't have a short enough Domination gameplay on my file, so I'm actually pausing the screen right here. You guys are just going to be able to see my amazing 41-3 score while I continue to talk. Anyway, so on that, the PKP is a great weapon. But in that, you're also going to want a close-range secondary. I'm going to recommend the MP9 with extended mags. Some people like it with a suppressor, some people like it akimbo. I'm going to go with extended mags because it still can hit the shots that are at a distance if you need to. Because sometimes when you're spawn trapping, you're going to need to be set up in a position where long-range shots are going to be what counts. Sometimes it's going to be close-range, and sometimes it'll be mid-range. The MP9 can handle the close-range, the PKP can handle the long and the mid-range. And, I mean, it can handle the close-range, but you don't want to be using a gun that weighs 10,000 pounds at point blank. Next up is going to be the tactical insertion and the claymore for your equipment. The reason I recommend that is the tactical insertion will keep you in your spot so you can camp even harder when you're spawn trapping. I'm using camp as the word choice because that is exactly what you're doing. You're camping. Your whole team is camping, and because your whole team is camping, it's better than just camping in a corner. It's spawn trapping, and I consider it a lot more respectable than camping. So you drop your tac insert, you drop your claymore on your tac insert, so even if you do die, they can't deny your tac insert, because hopefully your tac insert will be in a decent area, and if they don't notice the claymore, they'll die from it, and you'll have a nice safe place to spawn. For the perks, I'm going to have to recommend Scavenger, Assassin, and Marksman. Now most people use Stalker with the LMGs. The reason I'm recommending Marksman is because you're not going to be moving around, you're just going to be in one area. So Marksman will be really useful for you to pick people off, it'll show you their name, it'll be nice and easy. Scavenger is pretty much there just so that you never die. And of course Assassin so that they can't see your name. That's the main reason it's there. They probably won't be getting very many kill streaks, so you don't need to worry about staying off their radar as much. But it's really so they can't see your name, the Assassin Pro effect. And that's so that if they can't see your name, it'll be harder. They might kind of look in your direction if you're in a nice little head glitch or you're prone somewhere, and they'll be like, oh, he's not there, and then you can just shoot them free of charge without getting shot at it at all. So that's my spawn trapping class. As far as the kill streaks go for that one class, you can do whatever you want. Now for the quick win class, this is all going to come down to personal preference. It's pretty much just going to be a submachine gun with extreme conditioning, a Semtex, a concussion grenade, assassin, and steady aim. And the main reason for that is because in the quick win, you're going to need to be able to get from flag to flag to make sure that you hold them all. So you're going to need a fast moving weapon, and you're going to want to stay off the radar so they don't even know you're coming. That's pretty much all I can recommend there. That comes down to personal preference completely, although I would recommend support kill streaks because you probably will drop a few more deaths doing that. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're more interested in learning about spawn trapping, check the link in the description. Sometime this week I'm going to be getting up a video talking about spawn trapping, and then I'll put the link in the description of this video for any future people watching it. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment, and if you didn't, again, leave a comment. Let me know why so I can do better in the future. Thanks guys, this has been Corrupt. Peace out.